smartphones, 25,000 rupee used to be a category in which there will be a lot of good phones to choose from, which will make that particular decision of buying a phone very tough. But now there are very less smartphones, which again makes it so tough to choose the best among them. Don't worry. If you're up to buying a phone that's costing under 25,000 and don't know what to buy, then you are at the right place. And in this video, I'm going to show you the best phones that you can buy under 25,000. And keep in mind that I've divided this video into 3 categories. One, I'll show you the best performing phone in terms of its CPU horsepower and GPU horsepower. In the second category, I'll be showing you the best overall performing phone in which it performs in all aspects really well. And the last category will be for the phones which have really good cameras. And keep in mind that I'll be suggesting 2 phones from each category so that it's easy for you to choose and make a decision. I'm your host Arnav and you are watching Tech Arena. So let's get started with the best phones under 25,000. Alright, so first let's take a look at the phones that perform really well in terms of gaming and multitasking. And I have 2 phones in this list. So the first one will be the Redmi K50i. This has the Dimensity 8100 chipset, which is a really great processor in terms of gaming and productivity. This phone costs around 25,999. Yes, it's slightly over the budget, but after applying a coupon of rupees 500, you can get it at 25,499, which is slightly above the 25,000 rupee price range, just 500 rupees above. Apart from that, it has a good set of cameras. It comes with Android 12 MIUI, and it has a Full HD plus 144Hz panel, which is IPS LCD, not AMOLED, but it's a good IPS LCD panel. This is a great smartphone overall in general, if you ask me, because it has 8100, which is a flagship processor from MediaTek, which can perform really well in terms of gaming and also can handle multiple tasks in the background because the CPU is such a beast in performance. So this phone comes in 2 variants. One is 6GB 128GB variant, which is costing, as I said, 25,999, and if you apply the 500 rupee coupon, you can get it as low as 25,499, just 500 rupees above our budget. But if you really want that extra space, then you have to end up spending extra to get that extra storage that you need. So the next phone in the performance category is a phone from Realme, which is the Realme Narzo 50 Pro. It is an old phone, but still it is a good performing smartphone with MediaTek's Dimensity 920G, a 5G processor. And apart from that, it has a Full HD plus 90Hz AMOLED panel. It has 2 variants. One is an 8GB RAM 256GB variant, and the second one is a 6GB RAM and 128GB variant. It has decent set of cameras and also has 5000 mAh of battery. So the cost of this device is pretty interesting because for the higher variant, it only costs around 23,999, which is way lesser than you compare with the K50i. And for the lower variant, which is a 6GB RAM and 128GB variant, it costs around 21,999, which is 22,000. So if you don't have that much of money to buy the K50i, then you can definitely go with this device. It's a great phone in terms of performance because it has the 920G, which is a 5G processor capable of doing 60 FPS gaming, whether it's BGMI or Asphalt or whatever the game you play. So yeah, this is the second phone in the performance category. So next up, let's take a look at phones that are really well balanced in terms of performance, camera quality, media consumption, etc. and etc. I have 2 phones in the list, and the first one is from OnePlus, the OnePlus Nord CE. Yes, it's an old phone. I do agree that it comes with Android 11 out of the box, but hey, it has support up to Android 13, which is great. The chip in this device is MediaTek Dimensity 900, a 5G chipset. Apart from that, it has a 6.4-inch Full HD plus AMOLED panel with 90Hz of refresh rate and has a 4500 mAh cell, which supports 67 watt of fast charging. In terms of cameras, it has a 64 megapixel primary camera on the back. Apart from that, it also has other sensors like the ultra wide and the macro one. And on the front, it has a 16 megapixel camera for selfies. The price of this phone for the 8GB and 128GB variant is 24,999. And if you only need the 6GB variant, then it costs 1,000 rupee lesser. If you're really concerned about the software support, as it only supports up till Android 13, then you can spend a little extra and buy the OnePlus Nord 2T, which comes with Android 12 out of the box and can get updates up to Android 14. Yes, it costs nearly 28,000 rupees, which is 2 to 3,000 rupee higher than what this phone costs. But hey, if that doesn't matter, I think the OnePlus Nord CE2 is a great phone, a great well-balanced phone. So the next phone on the list is from Motorola, the Motorola Edge 20, and yes, this phone also has the same problem as the OnePlus Nord CE, as it only supports Android updates up till Android 13. So if you need a phone that can support more than that, well, you have to buy the next model of this particular variant, which is the Motorola Edge 30, which we'll talk about that in the later part of the video. But for now, the Edge 20 has a 6.7-inch Full HD plus 144Hz refresh rate AMOLED panel and has a good camera setup on the back, triple camera setup, 108 megapixel plus 8 megapixel plus 16 megapixel, and on the front it has a 32 megapixel camera for selfies. It has a 4000 mAh battery which can charge at 30 watts, which is pretty great. It comes with Android 11 out of the box and supports up to Android 13. And as I said in the beginning, if you're really concerned about the software support of the Edge 20, then you can buy the Edge 30, which is slightly higher in price but has Android support till Android 14, which is great. Apart from all that factor, if you see this phone as a complete package, this is a really great phone because it has a 144Hz AMOLED panel, it has 4000 mAh battery, it has Android 11, that too clean stock Android, which you will love in terms of its experience, and it has a good set of cameras too. It performs really well than the other phones in the price category. And yes, this is a well balanced phone, whether it's the OnePlus Nord CE or the Motorola Edge 20, both are good phones, except the fact that they only have support up till Android 13. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Alright, so now let's take a look at the phones that have really good cameras, and we have two phones in this list, and the first phone is from Realme, the Realme 9 Pro Plus. So this is a good phone in terms of its cameras because it has a 50 megapixel primary camera on the back, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro, which is nearly useless, but hey, the primary sensor and the ultra wide sensors are really great. On the front, it has a 16 megapixel camera for selfies. In terms of its display, it has a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED panel with 90Hz of refresh rate and has a 4500 mAh battery. In terms of its charging speeds, it's just 30 watts and the whole phone is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 920, a 5G processor, and it comes with Android 12 out of the box based out of Realme UI 3.0. So under the 25k segment, this is the phone that I can place my bets on in terms of its cameras because the 50 megapixel primary sensor is really great, so as the front camera as well. So the base variant of this phone starts from 24,999, which is the 6GB RAM and 128GB variant, and the top model goes up to 28,000 rupees. Yeah, the Realme 9 Pro Plus for you guys, the best camera phone in the list. So the last phone is from Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy M52. So because of the recent price drop, this is a great value for money device in terms of camera and also performance, mainly in terms of cameras. So this phone comes with a 64 megapixel primary camera on the back with a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel macro sensor. And on the front, it has a 16 megapixel camera for selfies. The camera on this device is to be mentioned because the way it processes each and every images is really great, and that's why I'm having this one on the list. In terms of its display, it has a Full HD plus 120Hz adaptive refresh rate display, which is great for media consumption. The slight con in this device is it comes with Android 11 out of the box, but is based on One UI, which is one of the best Android skins right now. So if you are concerned about the Galaxy M52 software support, then you can buy the Galaxy M53, which is better and a bit costlier. So the price for this device starts at 21,999 for the 8GB and 128GB variant, and overall this is a great phone for its cameras. And if you have extra bucks to spend, then I would recommend you to consider the Galaxy M53, which has slightly better cameras and also better software support. So yeah, these are my recommendations of smartphones under 25,000 rupees. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on which one you like the most and which one is the best phone in this list. So if any one of your friends are confused on what phone to buy under 25,000 rupees segment, then share this video with them, and also don't forget to like this video because of the efforts that I've taken to source which phone is the best under the price category. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel because I come up with a lot of such tech content which is really interesting. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the notifications whenever I post any new video. So this is me, Arnav, signing off. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.